back, Jabril. We'll get started with Cabo, of course.
Hey Jabril, good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. 2 weeks of preparation and probably some game tape that you got sick and tired of watching. I guess what or how beneficial was the extra time in your preparation, and what did you see in yourself scout at the linebacker position that you guys need to clean up?
Yeah, it was very beneficial getting the extra weeks. We had a lot of time to rest up and prepare for South Carolina, in which they run 12 and 21 personnel, something that we haven't really seen this season. But at the linebacker position, we just need to fix up tackling, wrapping up better, and just stopping them at the line of scrimmage and not letting them get to the secondary.
So it's not pre-snap reads. You guys are good with that because Coach talked a lot about communication and obviously kind of quarterbacks, of the front seven. Do you feel like you guys have a handle on where you need to be there?
Yeah, I feel like that we just need to get our cleats in the ground and just get ready. A lot of times before the snaps going, we're still moving. There's a lot of movement, a lot of communication going on. But once we get set and everything, then we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, just to kind of bounce off that, I mean, communication and simplifying, that's been the theme this week from Coach O and whatnot. So, how would you describe what it was like before, I guess, and what needed to be simplified?
Yeah, to simplify it, we have a lot of guys just staying in one spot, regardless of how the formation is. We're matching numbers this week. They have a pretty good receiver in number 13, so we'll be matching him with some of our better corners. So it's a lot of simpler things to not confuse us check-wise, pre-snap and post-snap.
Obviously formations are important and schemes and that sort of thing, but so much of defense is effort and toughness and being hard nosed. Have it seemed like maybe the confusion on defense has kind of maybe taken some of that out of you guys. How have you used this time to be a more physical defense, and how do you think that can play out this Saturday?
Yeah, we know at the end of the day, it's really not the scheme-wise and how Coach Bo has given it to us. It's all about us, the players, us, how we're playing hard, giving 100%. We haven't really been playing to the LSU standard, and we've taken that amongst ourselves this week to go ahead and show that Coach Bo, he's a great coach, and the scheme and everything that he has really works, and we just, as players, have to just show it.
Hey, Jabril, I don't know how much into detail you can go on this, but just, obviously you mentioned that South Carolina's that they have a lot of those 1-2 and 2-1 formations. I mean, just kind of, what are you guys doing, I guess, to approach, how to stop and attack their run game? Because they had a pretty good outing last weekend against Auburn as well.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that we're focused on is stopping the run. They have a pretty good running back and two good tight ends that they use. So just our D linemen just penetrating up front, and then us linebackers filling should really get the job done.
Hey, Jabril, and whenever we talked to you first, we had heard a lot about how quiet and intense you are, and you kind of said that first when we spoke to you. I mean, this past week and a half, I'm just curious, like, what has it been like in reflection beyond the Missouri game, and what has that been like for you, taking time to reflect over what's gone on, and how have you taken action through that?
Yeah, the Missouri game for me, it really stung taking that L because being from Missouri as a whole, that was something that I really wanted to get the W on. But just us coming together, we know there are a lot of naysayers out there, a lot of people kicking us while we're down, but us staying together as a group, as a whole defense, and continue to get better each day is something that we've worked on for the past week and a half after the L, and we're just trying to get better there, and just show everybody that we really are LSU and we can play to that standard.
Hey, Jabril, how do you think this extra week has helped some of the younger guys, especially in the defensive backfield, to get ready and prepared for this upcoming game?
Yes, extra week has helped them tremendously. We've had extra film sessions before and after practice, just learning different schemes, and we can really focus on the basics with last week being a bye week for us. So it really helped us as a whole.
Hey, Jabril, I know when you came here, you were hoping to play in front of packed houses in Tiger Stadium, 102,000 and whatever, but it's been a long time since you guys have been at home. You had to pick six in the first home game. Good memory for you. So how anxious are you to play another home game and the whole team really get back in there?
Very anxious, regardless if there's 100,000 or 25,000 within Tiger Stadium. It's going to be live for everybody. So we just have to get back on this winning streak and just continue to thrive.
Hey, Jabril, I got two for you if you don't mind. Just how comfortable are you and Damone in coverage? And do you feel like that's something that you guys are capable of doing what the coaches are asking you to do? And I think I just forgot my second question, so I guess we'll just go with that one.
Yeah, me and Damone, we're very comfortable in coverage. Most of the time this week, I'll be towards the trip sides, guarding the tight end or slot, and he'll be covering the running back. So, or we can flip flop. But me and him, we always get that work within practice. We go against John, Ty, and Chris every day in practice, and those are one of the better running backs that you'll see within our conference in guarding them. So we've done what we could do throughout this season towards that.
We'll wrap up with Brody and Brooks if they remember their questions.
I think it was last week Ed Ogeron said something about we might see a little bit more Josh White going forward. So I guess what have you seen from him as a true freshman so far?
Yeah, Josh White, he's continued to build and grow throughout this. He comes to me every time whenever he needs a question. He's a younger guy, so it might take him a little while to get things going, but he's very athletic. His speed is there. He has all the physical tools needed. It's just the mental side of things that he's coming along, and we might be able to see him in these next games.
And Jabril, I might be wrong in this, but I seem to remember talking about, Ed Ogeron had said that Max Johnson may have broken some big runs in some scrimmages. I'm curious from the defensive side, what have you seen from these true freshmen, both him and TJ? I mean, they may play Saturday depending on how quickly Miles recovers. I'm just curious what you saw from them so far.
Yeah, working out with Max, he's very athletic as a whole. TJ, he has a really big arm. They're two very well-developed freshman quarterbacks that I think if Miles, if he's not able to play, can go in and help us get a win. So regardless of the QB situation, I think Max and TJ, they're ready.
Well, let's let Kabul ask his questions.
Thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, I did remember it. Just coming in from a different program, Zach von Rosenberg earlier talked about the emphasis of needing guys to understand the preparation is the key. Coming in from a different program, we talked about the youth on this team. Did you see a deficiency there? And have you seen that turned around or emphasized more given the two losses that you have?
There was no deficiency there. Every program's different, but this program, the coaches, they do a good job of developing guys and getting us ready. I think it's more so on the players this time with the past loss of trying to get things rolling and just showing us how all our talent can come together as one and just reach a common goal.